Good morning. It is December 21st, and it is about 11 o'clock in the morning. And I thought I'd check in and let you know what's going on here. I am hoping to get the shawl done. I've set our new marker. It is a bit of labradorite, which is one of my favorite stones. Had a yummy breakfast. Just had an amusing game of Go Fish with my husband. In this game of Go Fish, I describe an object that might contain the thing I need from my studio, which is downstairs. Now, remember, my studio has had my son and several friends go through it looking for things and putting things in it since September without me being able to get in there. So it's completely trashed. And my husband and I apparently speak different description languages. So I would say, you're looking for a bin, and it's this big, and it's like this, and it's like this, and it's teal. And he'd come back up with a light blue basket. So that was fun. And I described 3 places it might be. One of them was this pretty ceramic jar my son Beaver made me. One was a teal bin and one was a black basket. My husband does not agree that this is a black basket. He thinks that this is a green and brown metal object with some weaving in it. But he eventually found all the things, and we played fish, and we laughed at each other a lot. And what I was looking for was a cable connector for my Knit Picks needle. That was not a thing that was found. So I can't put the shawl on a larger cable to see. But he did find me all sorts of different notions that I'm going to try to do to show off my notions that I can use and have been needing, but not needing bad enough to send somebody downstairs for go find me more stitch markers or go find me, yeah. So ultimately it was useful, but it was very amusing. So there is that. I'm going to try to get this done. We're going to try to get some Christmas presents wrapped. And we're going to try to finish up the peppermint bark that the girls and I started yesterday. And maybe one more cookie yet today. I don't know. I'm hoping. I would really like cookies. I have a friend coming over either today or tomorrow. She wasn't certain what her family's plans were yet. And so she flew in yesterday and will be coming over to hang out with me for a little while. One of those 2 days. And that will be nice. So there's that. Hi, I wanted to stop back in and give a review of this book. I got this for Christmas last year from a dear friend of mine who was patiently waiting for my word in this video, so I'm making it take as long as possible because I'm like that. But in any event, she gave me this as part of my Christmas present last year, and I read it one chapter at a time. It is divided into months, just like a proper almanac, and each month has a, let me see if I can get it to stop on one. Each month has a little, like, story of what's going on in her life right then, and it's got a pattern. So for June, she was working on borders and small stuff for summer knitting. And then in Christmas, for her December thing, she's talking about Christmas preparations and snow and that sort of thing. But she also has the last minute hurry up sweater. So you know she's a real knitter. It is just delightful. I absolutely love Elizabeth Zimmerman. She is so fun, and she reminds me so much of someone who would fit very well into my friend circle and my family. Her stories just resonate with me, and I really, really like the practical way she looks at knitting, that gauges numbers, and numbers are math, and that makes a sweater math. So if you know how big you are, you can make a sweater. Or if you know how big the person you're making it for, you can make a sweater. And so I really like this book. And so if you're looking for a last minute gift for a knitter in your life, or for yourself, this is a good call. I also read this week Nora Roberts' Chasing Fire, which you saw in my breakfast picture. Hi, kitty cat. Yesterday. And it was really good. I am a Nora Roberts fan. But she, you know, a lot of hers are trilogies. This is a standalone. And it's centered around the Zulis, the fire jumpers in Montana, and fighting fires. And there's, of course, romance. And there's, of course, intrigue. And a little bit of death and crime. But it's really good. And one of the things I like about her writing is that the people feel like real people. I know that they're just made up things in her head, but all the authors that I really like, when you read them, it's more like it's a real person. If they have great descriptions and an interesting plot and lots of twists, that's nice too. But if I'm going to spend time with people, I want to believe, at least for the hours that I'm there, that they're people, that they have conflicting desires and a messy kitchen and, whatever it is. And I always get that feeling. I always get that feeling with Nora Roberts books. And now I have cat fur everywhere. Thank you, Racer Cat. You're full of the cat fur. So that's your two quickie little book reviews for today's video. Yeah. And a cat picture, so thank you. Hi again. Forgot about those. I'm gonna need them. So I've decided that my word for the coming year will be foundation. I want to build a base. Not just that my home will be a base, or that my actions will be the base of the plans for my family. I want to build something that will support everyone. I want all of my actions to be going toward that. I want to build a foundation that is stronger than what I have now for, thank you. He got his nail caught in my shirt. That is stronger than what I have currently for my business and for my family and in my home. I want to make it so that everything works just a little bit better and a little bit easier, so that if something like this, like my leg, should ever happen again, it won't be so hard on my family. I was amused by this morning's playing Go Fish with my husband in my studio, but the reality is I should be able to just tell you exactly where everything is in my studio if it's something that I use often and need. So I need to lay that foundation so that that can occur. So that's where I'm at. That is the word. The word is foundation. And I'm going to put up on the screen the dictionary definition and the etymology of the word. And it is Latin in origin, from fundere, meaning to lay a base for. And we will be laying a base for our lives. I am kind of an action girl, despite the fact that most of my hobbies are sedentary. Not all of them. I love to hike. But when you tell me we're going to do something, or hey, let's go do this, or hey, let's knit a sweater, it's time to cast on. It's time to go. What do we need? And so I need to figure out a way to incorporate that aspect of my personality into long-term planning, because it isn't always the right time to cast on a sweater. You may not have the yarn to continue this metaphor. You can't have a party at your house until you clean your house. That sort of thing. So rather than spend another year just throwing myself headlong into projects and working myself to exhaustion to try to get it to the point where we want it to be. I want to work so that it's always where we want it to be, whatever it is. So that's the word for the year. That's the goal. I want to lay a firm foundation for my family, for our lives, for our projects, and for our dreams. And I will see you all in the morning.